What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Automotive Life. My name is Lucky, and today's video is going to be insane if you can't tell by the title already, and it's a little bit more on the serious side. But before we get into that, I just want to reiterate that this channel is all about sharing automotive knowledge. Whether you want to become a car dealer, you want to start a rental car company, or you're looking to do auto repair, or just flip cars and do some fun stuff at the auction and kind of build things, we're going to try to show you a little bit of everything. So like I said, we are posting 3 times a week now. I got a lot of really great stuff planned up. We got some builds, we got some interviews with some really great automotive people, but unfortunately I got a really insane story over the weekend and I just got confirmation on a few things, so I wanted to go ahead and bring it to you guys. But before I do, if you guys can do me one huge favor and smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, it helps me find more amazing people like yourselves that enjoy automotive content. Also, if you consider subscribing, I post epic stuff like this all the time. And also, if you can, please click the notification bell, so this way you guys are aware of every time I post new content or any type of breaking news. And without any more shameless plugging, let's get into the video. We're going to switch the tone to a little bit more serious one, and we're going to start talking about today's video topic. Now, what we're going to be talking about today is death. Now, death is a part of everyday life, unfortunately, and it's all going to come to us eventually. But sometimes tragic events steer death right directly into your path. Now, the reason why we're making this video is we were reached out by a viewer. His name is Detrice. He is a young upcoming entrepreneur out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and he's just started his rental car company, and he's renting through Turo and renting through himself. Now, unfortunately, over the weekend, his vehicle was involved in a police shooting, and during this police shooting, unfortunately, a young man lost his life. So it's a very tragic story. I'm going to leave the news link down below. But unfortunately, as of now, this is a huge media coverage from, what I've been reading, you have a young man that's shot, a Maserati full of bullet holes, and there were, I guess, no dash cams of what actually happened or anything else. So a lot of people are protesting right now in Uptown, Minneapolis because of this. So unfortunately for Detrice, now his vehicle is right in the middle of a huge media epicenter where they're going to focus on what happened. Now, we're going to talk about the business end of this. Now, unfortunately, he did not actually rent the car through Turo. But he did actually get a written contract from them, so at least he can show that he is separated from this particular party. Now, the reason why it's important is I'm going to tell you guys some of the liabilities and problems what happens when people rent your vehicles and either are suspected of a crime or do something bad or get drunk driving or wind up driving and killing somebody. There are liabilities to the actual owner. The biggest thing is, unfortunately, Detrice's thing is they're going to look at him and wonder if he's involved in this actual whatever happened. Thank God he has an actual contract with the gentleman that rented the car, so it will show that he was just a business renting out to the person, so he's safe. But a lot of people, that's what we talked about in the Atlanta video, they're renting from person to person on a handshake deal. So let's say you rent this car out to somebody and they do something really bad, which I'm going to tell you a story here in a minute of something that happened to my friend when somebody was taking one of his cars and doing human trafficking. If they can't clearly divide that you are not part of whatever the crime was committed, you could be a suspect, and then on top of that, they can impound or take away your vehicle completely. So what I mean by that is I have a friend that rents in San Diego, and somebody went across the border in one of his cars. This was probably about maybe 10 years ago. It was a newer Cadillac. And I guess they took out the back seat and did a bunch of crazy stuff and built like a little box to smuggle people in. So anyway, so they got caught at the border and they winded up tearing apart his vehicle. And when the feds saw that, they impounded his car. Now, he rented it from person to person. He didn't have any contract, nothing else. He just said that he rented this guy a bunch of times. But the feds could make a clear determination of whether he was part of the conspiracy of human trafficking or if he was just an innocent bystander. So either way, they ended up taking his car, and he had a $60,000 car loan that he still winded up having to pay over the next 5 years because, you lose that vehicle completely. So in Detrice's issue, right now, like I said, his vehicle is part of a crime scene. Now, what happens is the police have the right to hold your vehicle and use it for evidence. Now, here's the hard part. While this is happening, this is a major profile case. It could take anywhere from 6 months to 2 years for this case to be heard out in trial. Now, during this time, your vehicle or Detrice's Maserati is going to sit inside an impound lot waiting. Now, during this whole time, he's going to have to pay insurance, he's going to have to pay his car payment, and he's going to lose out on whatever type of income that's going to happen. Now, he just informed us, that unfortunately, the police are holding his vehicle and they're not giving it back, and they don't know how long it's going to take for them to finish their investigation. So what we advised him is sometimes in these situations you can call your insurance company. The police will let the insurance company look at it. They'll total out the vehicle. But if they do pay out the vehicle, if let's say he owes 60 grand and the car's worth 80, they will pay off the bank, but they won't give him the, the additional cash reserve unless they receive the vehicle so they can pay that cash deposit. So unfortunately, he may lose out on a lot of money during this particular time, but this is something as a rental car company you need to be aware of. People will do stuff in your cars. Not saying that all people are bad, or if you do person-to-person deals, they're bad, but this is why we preach, we teach, do not do this unless you're renting it through Turo. You have at least like something like the Tease, where at least you have a paper contract that proves that he was a small business, or actually through your rental car company. You need something there to make sure that you divide yourself from what happens, because I've had it where I had to fight the police for an impound. A guy was driving on the strip. He wound up crashing one of our cars into a median. I don't know if you guys saw it in one of my other videos, but it was a Maserati. But when they popped the trunk, it was full of drugs. I think he was with like a prostitute, like all kinds of stuff. And this was like his 6th DUI. Now, we did everything correct. He had the correct insurance. His driver's license was valid from Florida, but for some reason it was suspended in Nevada. Which, like I said, as long as they show a valid driver's license, I did my part. We had to fight the police to get a 90-day impound lifted off of our vehicle because they were trying to punish us for renting a car to somebody that does drugs. I don't know that they're going to do drugs. I don't know he's going to go pick up a hooker and crash in the middle of Las Vegas Boulevard. But these are some of the things, unfortunately, as a rental car business, you need to plan for. You should definitely watch, if you guys haven't seen Royalty Exotics, they have a lot of crazy videos, same things happening to them. If you look at Rob Ferretti, he's got a great channel. I think it's Speedster Rob. If you find him on YouTube, he talks about all the crazy stuff that people do with his exotic cars as well. So this is not really something that just happens to, a few people. This will happen in your case, or your journey of being a rental car company or a dealership or whatever the case is. This is what you're going to run into. So we need to make sure we protect ourselves from anything like that. So unfortunately, Detrice's thing, he's going to be stuck for a little while without a car. So we're going to try to see if we can help him out. I'm going to leave his social media up here if you guys want to shout out information, if you're an attorney in the local area, or if you just want to wish him luck. It'd be truly appreciated. We want to thank him so much for sharing his story with us. If you guys have any stories like this, nightmare stories, anything like that, please let us know. We'd love to share them on the channel to help educate other people like yourselves. And if you are in some sort of problem like this or any type of legal issue, to call us is completely free. I do not charge for a consultation when it comes to something like this. My whole goal now for Detrice is to help him get set up so he can get his rental car company going. He can set up his business correctly and we get him his license. So if this does happen again, he'll have everything set up correctly where we won't have to worry about losing this type of income. But we are definitely going to keep you updated on the situation. Like I said, right now it's kind of day to day. We're just waiting to see. I've actually remade this video 3 times because I keep hearing new information. But once again, like I said, this is more of a sadder event. Death is a part of life, and unfortunately this young man lost his life in this vehicle. Now Detrice is a small business owner that's stuck with a car that's riddled with bullets, and now he's just trying to move on with his life while being in the middle of a media circus about this police investigation. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Please be careful out there. Like I said, do rentals the right way. Don't get rushed into making money. The whole broker thing, stay away from it. Also, I have an update coming soon on the Atlanta case. The feds now are involved and they're going after these guys in Atlanta, so it should be pretty crazy. I'm sure there'll be some fun stuff here that we're going to release here in a little bit, but I can't talk about it. I can't mention names, so please don't ask. We're just waiting to see what happens. So once again, thank you guys so much. If you could smash the like button, I truly appreciate it. Also, if you subscribe and click the notification bell, I'm going to be posting, like I said, stuff like this all the time. Also, if you can follow us on Instagram at automotive.life, and we'll see you next video.